Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Greenwood, Arkansas. Just a short 197 miles away from Mountain Home, bringing you Bomber and Lady Bomber soccer. Lady Bomber's going to play first. They played the JV contest. I believe that ended in a scoreless draw. Greenwood won 1-0. Had it written down here and didn't even bother to look at it. So we're ready to go here in this 5A West Conference match. Greenwood comes into this game currently sitting in the 5th seed in the 5A West. Keeper today for them is Chase Hanna, number 00. Number 2, Madeline Wilkinson is in the midfield, along with Abby Gatesman, number 4. Number 7, Reagan Zimmerman also starting. Linda Bartok, a forward. Allie Thomas, Eden Adams, Molly Dennison, Bree Steinfeld, Peyton Scantling, and Ava Whitaker, led by head coach Andrew Post. Ready to go here. They didn't have any. Their sound system is a little messed up, so they weren't able to do the pregame stuff that you normally have at a lot of sporting events. So we're ready to go here. Mountain Home will control the ball first, moving from left to right in front of you. Their road white jerseys, blue shorts, white socks, and assorted cleats. Greenwood in their home, all blue uniforms. A dark blue, more of a navy blue, similar to, well, let me try to think. Someone's got the same color blue. It's really dark blue. White numerals, white shorts, or blue jerseys, blue shorts, white numerals, blue socks, and moving from right to left in front of you. Lady Bomber starting Sarah Vacco, Giselle Youssef, Haven Klinger, Allison Gwynn, Willow Larson, Faith Paget, Lily Hinson, Karina Fox, Kelsey Blackwell, and in goal today, Jaden Davis for the Lady Bombers. Just about a minute into this game. Both teams just trying to control the ball in the midfield. Just jockeying for position. Tell you what, sun's doing its job today. Nice balmy 82 degrees here at kickoff. Probably the warmest soccer game we've had so far this year. It's going to start to cool down about time for the boys' game. It'll drop down to 81 and then into the mid to low 70s. Mountain Home pushing ahead now. Hinson sends it down the right side to Fox. Fox in pursuit. Tries to cross it back over. It's knocked out of bounds, and it'll be a corner kick for Mountain Home. So Lady Bombers will start off with a corner kick. Good opportunity for them to get on the board. Giselle G-Money Youssef going to take the corner kick here. From the right side, Giselle sends it in front of the net. Bounces down almost to the foot of Lady Bomber. He gets headed right to the hands of the keeper. And Greenwood staves off that opportunity. Just past the 2.5-minute mark at the start of this ball game. This will be a goal kick for Mountain Home. It'll be Davis that'll drop it off one of her teammates. Ball sent down the field, going to roll to about the 20. Now bouncing to the 25. Comes Klinger in the midfield. Turns it over. Comes down to the foot of Adams. Adams dumps it back. This is Steinfeld, a freshman. Throw in for Mountain Home. Fox throws it in. Couldn't get it quite to Kroom, but it comes right back to Fox. Dennison comes up with it, tried to weave through two Lady Bombers, and it's kicked away and cleared out, but right back to Greenwood. Still 0-0 our score. Inching closer to the 5-minute mark here in the first half. This one is knocked out of bounds and will be a goal kick for Mountain Home. Back and forth ball game so far. This one goes out of bounds. We'll stay with Mountain Home. Vacco will throw in. Vacco tosses it down, bounces about the 50. Hinson not able to corral it, but it's going to stay with Mountain Home. Even with about the 47-yard line. Ball's going to go out of bounds, go back to Mountain Home. Beautiful facility they have here on the campus of Greenwood High School. An opportunity for Mountain Home. Mountain Home pushing ahead. Fox comes down with it just outside the 18-yard box, sends it wide to Kroom. Kroom tried to cross it, got knocked out of bounds. It'll be a corner kick for Mountain Home. Second corner kick of the ball game so far, just 6 minutes in. Yusuf will take the corner kick. Sends it down. Wind brings this one back. Came down to the foot of a Lady Bomber, but it got knocked away and cleared out by Greenwood. Mountain Home corrals it once again. Skip down to this side to Yusuf. Yusuf tried to Fox, and it was knocked away. Do apologize if you're experiencing any fuzziness of picture quality. We don't have the greatest connection in the world here at Greenwood, but we're going to make it work as best we can, so just bear with us. If we happen to go off there or it starts to get more fuzzy or any other issues arise, just know that we are aware of it. Mountain Home pushing ahead of Hinson now. Hinson inside the 18-yard box. It's cleared back. This one rattled back to Hinson. Tried to knife it ahead to Klinger, but it was cleared out. Closing in on it was Larson. Back to Kroom. And it's knocked out of bounds. Be a throw-in for Greenwood. Again, we do apologize if you do have any issues with connectivity. It is not on your end. We don't have the greatest connection in the world here. But again, we're adjusting settings, trying to make it as good as possible. And this one's bounced down to Davis. Davis about lost it. Now she corrals it finally. And she'll send it down the field. One lob down and it'll go out of bounds. Just stay with Greenwood. Whitaker will throw in. Filtered down to Wilkinson. Jammed back the other way. It looked like it was a handball. And it was, as the AR was right on top of that one. Batted it down with her hand. Inadvertent, of course. Be a free kick for Mountain Home. Be even with the 45-yard line. Yusuf pitchforks this one down the field, bounced to about the 20-yard line, settled down by a Greenwood Bulldog. Coming the other way is Wilkinson. Wilkinson on the counterattack, across the 50-yard line, now to the far side. Shuffles it to the far side, tried to get it to Bartok, but it rolled out of bounds, and it'll go back to Mountain Home. Just past the 10-minute mark. Here in this first half of action. After today, Lady Bombers have 2 more games. They will be on the road to Greenbrier on Tuesday. Then Friday evening will be senior night as they'll take on the Alma Airedales. As this one's shuffled ahead to Davis, who makes the play, and she'll send it down the field. Speaking of Alma, our next broadcast here on the Bomber Sports Network will be Tuesday at Alma, as both the softball and baseball teams will be there. It's their final regular season doubleheader. A couple things involving the state tournament having to happen in those games. Lady Bombers come back with 2 victories at Alma. They'll go to the Class 5A state tournament. And if the boys are able to notch at least one of the 2 games there, they'll go to the 5A state tournament with that, or a loss by Greenwood at the hands of Greenbrier. So plenty of play for the softball and baseball Bombers, as this one's rifled down the field to the keeper of Greenwood. Kroom comes down with it. Kroom bounced back. Greenwood comes up with it. As this will be a throw-in for Greenwood. Shuffled ahead to Wilkinson, knocked away. As a couple substitutions now. For Mountain Home, stepping back in is, for the first time, Kendra McLean. This one shunted ahead, but cleared out. Scrambled down the field. As in pursuit of it is Blackwell. Blackwell trying to clear it out. Now pushing ahead is Mountain Home. Mountain Home on the counterattack. Rifled down the field by, they tried to get it to Klinger, but it's going to go out of bounds. Rolling out of reach of Allison Gwynn. It's going to result in a goal kick for Mountain Home. Yusuf kicks it down the field, settled down at about the 30-yard line. Greenwood on the attack now. This is Thomas. Thomas lost it. Hinson trying to come up with it. Hinson runs over a girl. No foul. Kroom tried to rifle it away. Klinger couldn't come up with it. Now it's settled down to the foot of Molly Dennison. Skipped ahead. The wind caught this one, brought it back a little bit. Going to have some backspin. Fox in pursuit. Fox not able to come down with it, but Kroom is. Excuse me, that was Kendra McLean. Settle down now along the midfield. Fox over to Hinson, tried to drop it to Klinger. Yusuf skips it this way to McLean. As it'll go out of bounds, be a throw-in for Greenwood. Skip back over to the Lady Bombers. Larson was in pursuit, and it'll be another goal kick for Mountain Home. Looks like Gwynn's going to take this one. $23.50 left to go in this first half. Greenwood pushing ahead. Now inside the 18-yard box. Mountain Home trying to clear. They finally do. As it comes down to Klinger. Klinger on the counterattack along the far side, weaving through traffic, now across the 50. Lady Bombers have something going here, now to the 30. Still has possession of it. Tries to get out of danger. It'll be a throw-in for Mountain Home right in front of the Greenwood bench. Back to this side to McLean. McLean lost it. Sent past Kroom and Hinson. Cleared back down this way. Nobody there for Mountain Home to pick it up. Throw in for the Lady Bombers. It's going to stay with Mountain Home. .22 left in this first half of action. Happy you could be with us here this afternoon on the Bomber Sports Network on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. This one knocked away. It'll be another throw-in for Greenwood. Blackwell in pursuit. About lost it. Greenwood tried to come up with it. Now it's sent back. Greenwood sends one inside the 18-yard box, and it's sent right to the hands of Davis. Third save of the afternoon for Jaden Davis. Her fourth start in goal this season. And we'll have a stoppage of play. Just a tick over 21 minutes to go. Here in this one, 0-0 our score. As this one's rolled down to Davis. Davis kicks it straight in the air. The wind catches this one as it's dumped down to Whitaker. Shuffled back this way over toward Mountain Home. Mountain Home will kick it out of bounds. That was Faith Paget. Whitaker now just to the left of the 18-yard box. Mountain Home tried to clear it. It just went straight in the air. The wind caught it again. As it'll be a whistle, and it's going to go to Mountain Home. Halfway through this first half, still no score. Wind blowing from right to left, pretty heavy, about 10 to 15 miles an hour. This was sent down to Whitaker. Klinger just clears it out. It'll be another throw-in for Greenwood, even with the 20-yard line. Now bounce to this side over the head of Wilkinson. And a stoppage of play. As there'll still be a throw-in for Greenwood. They're letting the substitutes come on for Mountain Home. $19:20 to go in this first half. In the remaining schedule for both soccer teams, they'll both hit the road on Tuesday. One of the shorter road trips of the season. They saved the shortest one for last, of course, as they'll take on the Greenbrier Panthers. Then they'll have senior night on Friday back at Bomber Stadium one last time this season, as they'll take on the Alma Airedales. As this one's knocked away by Yusuf. On that Friday, we'll have a JV contest. Still not sure which JV team's going to play. But in between the two varsity games, we'll have our senior night festivities. Yusuf clears it out. Now it's outside the 18-yard box and out of bounds. The throw-in will be even with the football 5-yard line. Thomas. Now back to Dennison, who's going to take a shot. Davis, as it got knocked away and hit off the football crossbar. So it's rolled out of bounds. And it'll be a corner kick for Greenwood. Excellent job by Davis to knock that one away. Unfortunately, it went off the football crossbar and was ruled out, so it'll be a corner kick for Greenwood. Greenwood sends it in, tried to skip it down to Dennison, cleared out by Mountain Home as it comes down to the foot of Steinfeld. Steinfeld sends it in, and it's in the net. The wind caught this one, and there was a wacky bounce in there, and Steinfeld gets the first goal of the game, and it's 1-0 Greenwood. That was kicked. Travis Denton up here. How far was that? From about the 30-yard line-ish? Yeah, that was about a... If you add in the 10 yards for the end zone, it was about a 40-yard kick. Well-placed ball. The wind helped it a little bit. But just like that, with 17:37 to go in this first half, Greenwood is on top, 1-0. It's Mount Home having to play catch-up now. Hinson kicks it in. Now she has it. Now she's in a foot race. Hinson skipping toward the 18-yard box. Comes up with it again. Lost it. Got it back. And now it's skipped back to Vacco. It'll go out of bounds and be a throw-in for Mountain Home. Just past the halfway point of this one in the first half. as it's rolled down and picked up by the keeper, Hannah. The wind at Greenwood's back currently. High booming kick. This will bounce at about the 45. Now skip to the other 45. Greenwood in possession of it. Tried to get to Allie Thomas. Don't believe she was onside when they sent it, so she got back onside, lost her momentum. Thomas comes up with it anyway. Mountain Home trying to clear it out. Skipped away. Wind caught this one again. Now Mountain Home trying to clear it out was Kroom. Kroom in pursuit once again. It's kicked straight in the air by Thomas. Settled down by Dennison. Sent back, and now it's Hinson on the counterattack. Hinson skips it down to Fox at the 40. Cross midfield. Now it's brought back this way. Hinson and Fox have it corralled. Hinson will now send it up. Crossing the 50, now crossing the 40, trying to go through traffic. Tried to rifle it to Klinger. As this one will go out of bounds, be a throw-in for Mountain Home. About at the 40-yard line. Be Kroom to throw this one in. Kroom whistles this one in as it's knocked to Karina Fox. Now bounced in the air. Yusuf tried to come down with it. Now it's settled by Kroom. As this will go out of bounds and be a throw-in for Mountain Home. Bomber boys have arrived. They took a pretty nice tour. They got a connection over there. University of Arkansas got a tour of the football and soccer facilities over there. Try to do one or two cool things like that every season. Job by Nathan Kreiner and Coach Calvin Henry and Monfort Hensler to get that one organized. Saw plenty of great pictures on Facebook about this one as this one's rolled in to Wilkinson. Wilkinson knocked away by Klinger, and it'll be a corner kick for Greenwood. Bomber boys, according to Scorebook Live, was still a fighter's chance to make the 5A state tournament. They would need to win out over their next three games as this one skipped ahead over the head of Dennison. Dennison getting blocked out by Blackwell. Now it's knocked away and cleared out by Mountain Home out of the 18-yard box. Because Mountain Home pushing ahead. Mountain Home on the counterattack. Hinson moving this way, now out in the open field to the 40, now to the 35, to the 30. Hinson, another move going through traffic. Fox back to Hinson. Hinson with a good look at it. Now it's going to get knocked away. Now rolls right to the keeper, Chase Hanna. As this one's sent down the field. Wind picked this one up. Took it a little further than it probably should. It was about eye level with us in the press box here. Fox now bounced to the near side. Ball just being traded over near the midfield, just outside the third of Mountain Home. As it's kicked back this way. A lot of funky bounces having to do with the older turf surface they have here, plus the wind that's also a big factor. As this one's knocked away, it's going to be another throw-in, or it's actually going to go to Mountain Home. .12:50 to go in this first half. Greenwood knocked one in from about 40 yards out. Took an awkward bounce and was aided by some wind to make this a 1-0 game. Plenty of time left. Thomas putting the moves on. Trying to go through Kroom's legs. Now she gets it back. Now outside the 18-yard box. Now she's got a good look at this one. Davis makes the diving save against the post as it's knocked out of bounds and be a corner kick for the Lady Bulldogs. This will be the fourth corner kick for the Lady Bulldogs. They have not scored on any of them directly. course, their only goal so far was at the result of a set piece being cleared out. And there being so much room, she took a shot and it bounced in. This is Gatesman who will take the corner kick. 7 Lady Bulldogs lined up on the opposite side, and the wind just picks this one up, and it wasn't even close as it rolls behind the net. Not even a chance for it to be fielded by anyone. It'll be a goal kick for Mountain Home. 11 and a half to go here in the first half as a couple more substitutions hop on for Mountain Home, as it looks like Lily Hinson is going to get a breather along with Meredith Denton. This one pinned ahead by Mountain Home. Now it's settled down by Larson as it's knocked out of bounds. It'll be a corner kick for Mountain Home. Or for Greenwood, excuse me. That'll be their 5th corner kick of the afternoon. Looks like it's going to be sophomore Abby Gatesman that'll take this one. Kick sent on, going to bounce in front of the net, cleared out by Mountain Home. Wind picks this one up again and brings it back toward the net. Yusuf knocks it out of the 18-yard box. She knocks it back out again. Over to Steinfeld, who has the 1 goal so far this afternoon. Kroom settles it down. Tried to push it ahead, and it comes down to the foot of a Lady Bulldog about the 50-yard line. Now it's sent backwards. Yusuf comes up with it about the 20. Now up across the 25, taking her time now to the 30. It's knocked away as a whistle and a foul. It's going to go to Mountain Home. 10 minutes even left in this first half of action. As this one skipped down to the feet of Molly Dennison. Dennison going back across midfield. This one knocked away by Kelsey Blackwell. As it'll be a throw-in for Greenwood. Should be around midfield. About 3 yards to the left, even with the 47-yard line on the football field. Now back this way, and a whistle. And a foul is called. It's going to be a free kick for Greenwood. Looks like Reagan Zimmerman might take this one. Now let's skip down to the far end. It's going to be, should be about the 33 or so, somewhere in that area. He's moving further down. Okay, that's about right. That's about where it should be. It was 10 yards further down than I thought it was. So Gatesman will take the free kick. Ball sent in, Wind picking this one up, goes right to the hands of Davis, and she corrals this one, be her 4th save of the afternoon. Klinger comes up with it, now back to Kroom. Kroom along this side. Klinger to Yusuf. Yusuf back ahead to Vacco. Vacco charging ahead on the far side, skips it to Fox. This one's knocked away in the air. Come right down to Mountain Home. Over on the far side, back to Klinger in the midfield. Mountain Home lost it, and they get it right back. 7:58 to go in this first half of action. Klinger ahead to Yusuf. Yusuf wasn't ready for it. And it gets knocked down and cleared all the way down the field, and Davis will field this one. Wind starting to die down a little bit. Was going about 15 miles an hour from right to left around kickoff. Now it's died down to about 5 to 8 miles per hour, so a significant difference. As this will be a throw-in for Mountain Home. Tried to bounce it down to Fox. Now knocked away by Greenwood. Mountain Home trying to make something happen here. Kroom Chamberlain had it, now lost it. Kroom tried to corral it. It's going to stay with Mountain Home. Kroom will throw in. Chamberlain now. Klinger settles this one down. So it's knocked down to the 35, now past the 40, almost past to the 50. Greenwood now on the counterattack. Here comes Wilkinson. Wilkinson to the far side, Johnson. Johnson's broken up by Blackwell. Beautiful afternoon here in Greenwood. Temperature hovering around 80 degrees. A couple clouds in the sky. Probably the hottest soccer game that we've had so far. Was hovering around 84, 83 degrees when we got here. 82 at the kickoff of the JV match. But it's supposed to cool pretty quickly, about 6:30, 7 o'clock, about halftime of the boys' game. It should be down in the middle to low 70s. As some substitutions will step on for Mountain Home and Greenwood, one each to be exact. This one's thrown in. Gatesman clears it out. Gatesman down to Klinger. Klinger has it now. A lot of contact there. They let it go. Mountain Home still in possession. To this near side, Paget. Was knocked out of bounds. Paget will come up with it again as this one will go out of bounds. Throw in for Greenwood. Thrown along the near side. Bounced off the feet of two Lady Bombers. It'll roll out of bounds and be a corner kick for the Lady Bulldogs. Corner kick number 6 this afternoon. Four and a half to go in this first half. Again, what's become a rarity so far this season. Lady Bombers playing first today. They played the JV contest beforehand. And the Bomber boys will take the field about 7 o'clock. Ball sent in. Bounced down. Mountain Home trying to clear it out. They just stood there. Now it's trying to be knocked away. It gets out of the 18-yard box. Gatesman sends it back in. As it dropped down to Scantling as it goes over the goalpost. It'll be a goal kick for Mountain Home. This one kicked away by Davis. Wind picked this one. Wind starting to pick up once again. Still blowing from right to left in front of us here. Klinger. Tried to get it to Dettelbach along the far side. As this will roll out of bounds, it'll be a Greenwood throw-in. .3:15 to go in the first half. Lady Bombers trail 1-0. As this will go back to Greenwood. Gatesman will take the free kick. This is sent down the field. Bounce down to the foot of Klinger. Now Yusuf has it. Now Klinger in the middle of the field, got knocked away. Now it's back to Dettelbach. Dettelbach trying to make something happen. Now her legs twisted up. Now it's back to Greenwood. It's sent down the field, going to bounce past the 45, almost to the 50. Kroom tried to settle it down, couldn't. Now it's to this near side, Whitaker. Knocks off a Paget. Paget in pursuit now. 2 minutes to go in the first half, as this will be a throw-in for Greenwood. Mountain Home hustling back to get in position. .90 seconds to go. Here comes Wilkinson. Three Lady Bombers on her. Now she's all clear in front of the net. Lost her footing. Thankfully so. Got knocked wide of the net. It'll be a goal kick for Mountain Home. Had three Lady Bombers around her. She weaseled through them all. Had a good look at the net, but Turf Monster got her, knocked her down, and it's just a harmless goal kick for Mountain Home. Down to about a minute remaining. This one's kicked to the far side as it'll roll out of bounds. No, they'll kick it again, excuse me. As we're down to 50 seconds now. Blackwell trying to clear it. Comes down to Greenwood. Wilkinson to the right of the 18-yard box. A lot of contact. They both bounce off each other as it'll be a goal kick for Mountain Home. Just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Sent down the field. Tried to bounce it to the foot of Lady Bomber. Couldn't. Down to 10 seconds now. As Dennison sends it back down to 4, down to 3, 2 and 1, and that'll do it for the first half of action here in Greenwood. Greenwood gets a goal on the board with little aid of the wind and a crazy bounce for about 40 yards to make this one 1-0 as we head to the halftime break. Your score, Greenwood 1, Mountain Home 0 here on the Bomber Sports Network. The second half will start in about 10 minutes.
got to pay for that rock that you put on your, what's it called? What's it? Fiance's finger. I was going to say why, but that's not. Not yet. She hasn't said yes yet. She said yes. But that's because it's a rock. How long have you guys been dating? I did not know it until they were engaged, and I didn't know.
First started dating May of 2010.
Now we split up.
Did you split up?
Huh?
Did you split up? Like what years?
Yeah.
So it was a long relationship, then it became another long relationship.
One of those who lives.
Long distance. You realize she just likes to touch people? Weird. That's weird. What you're doing is weird. Stop doing it. Do you enjoy us around? Well, trust me when I say what we're saying right now isn't nearly what she was saying. I cannot wait. I cannot wait for that one to come back and we can hear more tea. Oh, that's good. Yeah, leave your phone in here with the craziest person. Put it in the pocket. And then if I drop my phone, it's done. Where's the voice booth? Well, on your end. You're going to sit and lock the trailer.
I was going there and get dressed and come out with 10 minutes left and have warm up.
Duh.
You didn't know that, so don't know.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, right.
Yes, I did. I literally said. That is creepy. That is very weird. You didn't even take a picture. You probably wanted to. Never let him know your next move. I'll admit, I like Greenwood's uniforms. Do it. It's the sunglasses.
Back underway here in Greenwood in the second half as this one's knocked to the near side. Greenwood now moving from left to right as this one's sent wide to the net. Be a goal kick for Mountain Home. Mountain Home with now at the, they now have the wind at their back moving from right to left. As I believe we made a change at keeper, didn't we? Looks like Haven Klinger out there. So I have my directions backwards. No, that's Haven Klinger in net. Had been playing up front the last couple games. Jaden Davis has gotten the start the last couple matches. Mount home with the ball. Greenwood was able to take advantage of the gusting winds of up to 15 to 20 miles an hour at their back, as looked like Brees Steinfeld was just passing it in around the 18-yard box. The wind got under it and carried in an extra 15 yards or so for a goal that nobody was expecting, even herself, to make it 1-0. Yusuf now brings it down, settles it to the far side. Punched ahead by Kroom, or to Kroom. Now back to Yusuf. As this one's knocked away, and it'll be a throw-in for Mountain Home. Running in, now with a shot on goal as it goes wide of the net, and it'll be a goal kick for Greenwood. About 3 minutes into this second half, Greenwood with the lead 1-0. This one skipped down to Wilkinson. Blackwell with it now, clears it down the field, going to roll to the 20, now to the 10 inside the 18-yard box. As this is settled down by the keeper, Hannah. It'll be a free kick. Couldn't tell exactly what happened over there. Okay. Yeah, it was a foul by... I thought I saw something out of the corner of my eye. Blackwell committed a foul. Greenwood has a free kick. As this one's bounced down to about the 15. Settled down by Thomas. Thomas sent it wide of the net. Now it's going to be brought back by Johnson. Like she was offside, but it's going to be a goal kick anyway. So Klinger back in net for the second half of action. Klinger skips it down the field, comes down to Paget. Kroom with it, trying to go through traffic. Now it's settled back down at the 50 by Greenwood. Yusuf sends it down the field, high arcing kick. Wynn's going to push this one inside the 18-yard box, right to the feet of Hannah, who kicks it away. Back to Gatesman. Another foul's called. B. Gatesman will take the free kick from the 45. Now kicking into the wind in this second half. Wind has died down. Fox comes up with it. Skip to Yusuf. Yusuf rifles it ahead, tried to get a Lily Hinson in stride. But Gatesman with it now. Back to Scantling. As Gwynn now. Greenwood comes up with it once again. Post Cleared out by Mountain Home. Bouncing at about the 45, now settled down to the 50. Kroom skips it down the field. Now it's corralled by Greenwood as it's sent back to the keeper, Hannah. Hannah down to Steinfeld. To Yusuf. Yusuf, Lady Bombers have numbers now. Yusuf tried to skip it into the 18-yard box, but it's knocked away. It'll be a throw-in for Mountain Home. About even with the goal line on the football field. Looks like Vaco will throw in. Vaco down to Yusuf inside the 18-yard box, rattling around, trying to come up with it. Yusuf still fighting for it. 3 Lady Bulldogs around her, a lot of contact. And a foul, and it's going to go to Greenwood. Greenwood clears it out. 33 minutes to go in the ball game. Lady Bombers trying to find that equalizer. Greenwood with another free kick. About the 30. High arcing kick. Wind pushes this one back a little bit. Bounces at the 35. Now skipped away. Blackwell tried to bring it down. Davis with it now. Davis and Klinger basically switching spots. Davis was in goal the first half. Now she's out in the field. And Klinger was in the field the first half. Now she's in goal. Blackwell fighting for position. Now it's skipped back this way to Larson. High arcing kick by Steinfeld. Recipient of the first goal of the afternoon, the only goal so far, from about 40 yards out, to give the Lady Bulldogs the lead here early on in the contest. So Bartok will throw in for Greenwood, and a whistle and a substitution will enter the ball game. This one skipped away, Yusuf, and a whistle. And a foul is going to go against Mountain Home. Comes the free kick from Abby Gatesman. Sends it down, high arcing kick, a lot of roll to it. Now a pursuit, Greenwood one-on-one with Klinger, and it's knocked down by her, and a great save to snuff out the great attempt by the Lady Bulldogs. Wind created enough backspin on it, it bounced just straight down and right at the feet of a Lady Bulldog. Bartok down to post as it'll go out of bounds and be a throw-in for Mountain Home. High arcing kick, Blackwell settles it down. Tried to skip it to Denton on the near side. Knocked away. Now it's Dennison on the far side with it. Hounded by Paget. Now Mountain Home comes up with it. Under 30 minutes to go in the ball game. 29-48 to be exact. As this will be a throw-in for Greenwood. High arcing kick down to Fox. Fox in pursuit now. Didn't have a good angle on. Now she does as the wind tried to move this one over as it's knocked out of bounds, and it'll be a corner kick for the Lady Bombers. Their third of the afternoon. So Yusuf will take the corner. Yusuf skips it in right down to Bartok, trying to clear it out. Fox now. Now Yusuf got in front of it. Fox and Paget have it corralled. Paget now skipped to the 10-yard line. Shuffle out of there over to Wilkinson. Wilkinson moving it back now into the 18-yard box where it's scooped up by Hannah. High arcing kick, but the wind brought this one back as it goes off the side of post. And it'll be a throw in for Mountain Home. Denton now even with about the 20-yard line. This one's knocked away. Going to stay with Mountain Home once again. They'll move it about 10 yards to the left. Fox will throw this one in. Fox down to Denton. Got knocked away. McLean tried to come down with it. Now Vacco as it's sent up down to Zimmerman. Zimmerman hounded by Vacco. Another substitution for Mountain Home. Meredith Denton will get a breather on the sideline. Going for Mountain Home. Fox heads this one into the 18-yard box. Hannah swallows this one up. As it's sent down the field. Better kick than the last one. Bounced about the 40. Knocked back this way. Now it's going to go to the Lady Bombers. Trying to possess it. Now bounce down to McLean. McLean sent it on goal, and it's scooped up by Hannah. So we have a whistle. Be a free kick for Greenwood. Clock is stopped now. There was a yellow card assessed. So I believe it's going to go back to Mountain Home and be a free kick for Mountain Home. This is just a drop. Yusuf sends it down to the 18-yard box, knocked away. Adams now hounding Vacco. Vacco knifes it ahead. Now it takes some backspin. McLean tried to sneak in front of it. Back down the field. It's sent now bouncing around the 20. McLean in pursuit as it'll roll out of bounds and be a throw-in for Greenwood. About 26 minutes to go in this ball game. Greenwood with the lead. They scored on a goal from about 40 yards out that was aided by the wind and a crazy bounce. Scored by Bree Steinfeld. As this was knocked away, Fox got it. Had to be punched out by the keeper, Hannah. And it'll be a throw-in for Mountain Home. Kroom will throw it in. So it's bounced around, now swallowed up by Hannah once again. Been everywhere in this match. Blackwell pushes this one down. Yusuf comes up with it. Comes to this side, and offsides was Karina Fox. So it'll be a free kick for Greenwood. I believe she was off by about a step or two. Settled down by Wilkinson. Now skip back. Lady Bombers will come up with it. Blackwell lost the control of it. Now in pursuit, Madeline Wilkinson. And a whistle. And it'll be a foul against Greenwood. Mountain Home will have a free kick. This is Davis. Davis up ahead to Fox. Fox lost it. Mountain Home trying to push it. Fox back to the 40, now sends it backwards. Greenwood on the counterattack now. Wilkinson had it, but lost it, but it'll go out of bounds and stay with the Lady Bulldogs. .23 minutes to go in the ball game. Still 1-0 Greenwood. Be a corner kick for Greenwood, their 9th of the afternoon. Sent down in front of the net. Klinger scoops this one up. She'll send it down the field. Wind at her back. Good kick. It's going to bounce about the 35. Now bouncing past the 45. Gatesman. To Blackwell. A lot of contact. Ball stays in play. Kroom tried to come up with it. Lost it. Now Greenwood in possession once again. Dennison controlling this one, now to the near side to Post. Post tried to come up with it, and it's going to go to Mountain Home for a throw-in. 21-21 to go in the ball game. Couple substitutions will step on for the Lady Bombers. Bella Dotson into the game now. Dotson comes up with it, tried to skip it to Hinson. Hinson tried to get in front of that one as it's cleared down by Greenwood. Larson. Paget clears it down. Hinson in pursuit. Hinson and Bartok down there as it'll be a throw-in for Mountain Home, trying to make something happen. Almost at the halfway mark of this second half. 20 minutes and 15 seconds to go. Get no overtime in high school soccer in the regular season anymore. They have gone to the point format to determine games and your conference standings. That's similar to your Premier League fashion, the way they determine things in the World Cup, at least in pool play. A win will get you 3 points, a tie gets you 1 point, and a loss gets you no points. So what they do is they tally all the points, and the top 4 point earners in the conference move on to the 5A state tournament, which will take place in El Dorado here in about 2 weeks. Mountain Home trying to make something happen, but Greenwood switching to more of a defensive-minded attack here, trying to protect this 1-0 lead. Post back to Thomas. Thomas down to Wilkinson in pursuit, but Blackwell's going to knock this one away and be a side out and a throw-in for Mountain Home. Another substitution for Greenwood as Wilkinson will exit. He's about played the whole game and finally gets a little breather with about 18.5 to go. Skipped in front of the 18-yard box. Now to Johnson. Johnson couldn't make anything happen. Now it's rolling away to the far side. Dennison in pursuit. Fox comes up with it. Fox down to Hinson. High arcing kick, tried to get it to Bella Dotson. And a whistle, be a free kick for Mountain Home. Be right at the 50. Yusuf will take it. Skips it down, came down to the head of a Lady Bulldog, Bartok, about the 18, as this will roll out of bounds and be a throw-in for Greenwood. Dennison. As this one sails out of bounds. A throw-in for Mountain Home. Blackwell will throw in. Sun peeking out now. Got a little brighter out here. Kroom and Blackwell trying to come up with this one. Yusuf corrals it finally. Skipping ahead, Hinson now in a foot race. Hinson weaving through traffic, now trying to make something happen. One-on-one with the keeper. Front of the net, Dotson tried to get it in there. Couldn't, laid on the goal line, but it rolled away. And they called it. It is a goal. Mountain Home has tied the ball game. That one had to be close. The ball has to clear the goal line completely, if I understand that correctly. Tire ball appeared in the official's judgment that it did clear the entire goal line. I don't even see who scored that. Who scored that? It knows. It looked, well, it was Hinson that knocked it away. Then the keeper fumbled it around, so I bet that'd be marked as an own goal, wouldn't it, if she possessed it and then it rolled out of her hands? Doesn't matter. Either way, it's 1-1 now. So with 16:23 to go in the match, Lady Bombers have the equalizer. Now they'll try to see if they can take the lead here. So Hinson now. Hinson trying to make something happen again. Now in a foot race down the sideline. Her and Dotson. 2-on-2. Hinson slows it down, skips it down. It's deflected, it looked like. And, well, it wasn't deflected. It'll be a goal kick for Mountain Home. Or for Greenwood, excuse me. .15:40 to go in the ball game. Mountain Home has tied the game at 1 apiece. Yusuf gets in front of this one. Dotson now. Over to Vaco. Hinson blocks this one. Yusuf tried to move it ahead. Lost it. Now this is to Dennison. 4 Lady Bombers back now as this is cleared by Davis. Davis down to Kroom. Kroom back to Blackwell. Black skipped ahead to Dotson. Hinson and Dotson both there. Bounce between them as this is a whistle and a foul is called. Going to go against Mountain Home. Will be a free kick for the Lady Bulldogs. 15 minutes to go here in this match. They do not play overtime anymore. Used to be they would get done with regulation, then go to PKs. And then the winner after PKs was the winner of the ball game. And in state tournament, kind of a similar fashion, they instead would also have 2 15-minute golden goal periods. Nobody scored after that, then they'd head to PKs, only in the state tournament. They're still going to do that format for the upcoming 5A state tournament down in El Dorado. But now at the end of regulation, if it ends in a tie, it ends in a tie. 14:15 to go in the ball game. Kroom down to Denton. Down to Dotson, excuse me. Now here comes Lily Hinson. Lily Hinson pushing ahead. Brought it back, now goes further to the outside. So this one's knocked away. It'll be a throw-in for Mountain Home. Now 13 minutes to go in the ball game. Lady Bombers trying to take the lead. Hinson sneaking in there, got a shot off, and it was blocked away by 2 Lady Bulldogs as this will go out of bounds and be a goal kick for Greenwood. .12.5 to go here. Greenwood in possession now. On the counterattack. Wilkinson trying to track this one down as it'll get knocked out of bounds. Be a throw-in. .11.5 to go. Greenwood taking their time here. Had at the start of the match about 3 or 4 ball kids running around, but the only ball person running around is the boys coach here, Tyler Woods. So a little more time being taken, retrieving the ball on throw-ins and goal kicks. As this one's sent down, Klinger's going to pick this one up. And she'll sail this one down the field. High arcing kick. Wind pushes this one a little further. Bounces right on the 40. Now down to Dennison. High arcing kick. Bounces off the head of Dennison. Now to Yusuf. Yusuf in pursuit. Now Vacco tried to move it downfield to Karina Fox, but she was unable to, as it'll be a throw-in for Greenwood. Mountain Home on the counter. Yusuf tried to kick it down the field, kick it off the head of a Greenwood Lady Bulldog, knocked her down. Hinson with it now. Hinson dancing back to Yusuf. He's going to send it from the 30 to a Lady Bulldog that was waiting there. Now it settles down over to Hannah, the keeper of Greenwood. Now we're under 10 to go here in the ball game. Kroom back to Yusuf. Yusuf working her way back to the right side. Now to the far side, across midfield, the good side of midfield. Sends it down, nobody there, and it'll be a goal kick for Greenwood. Has cooled down a little bit here in Greenwood, has moved into the 70s. Now 78 degrees. Wind gusting to the north about 12 miles an hour. Be right to left in front of us here. This one's knocked away. Dancing around the 18-yard box. Here's Kroom. Kroom tries to send it in front. Hinson almost wasn't ready for it, as Hinson's now in pursuit. Tell you what, she's got some speed, as this is knocked out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in for Mountain Home. Just about 8 minutes to go in the ball game. This one is going to roll out of bounds. It'll be a corner kick for Mountain Home. Sixth corner of the afternoon. Yusuf will take this one. 7:45 to go in the match. Yusuf ready. Just skips it back this way. Over to the right side, down to Gwynn. Gwynn back to Yusuf. High arcing kick. Looked like the wind caught this one and sends it out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick for Greenwood. Mountain Home got the tying goal. 16:25 left in the match. At the 16:25 mark, excuse me. And they're able to get the equalizer. Fox comes up with this, and it was lost. It was a low kick. Now Kroom in pursuit. Greenwood scrambling, trying to come up with this one, as Hannah finally does. 7 minutes to go now. Hannah sends this one down the field, going to bounce about the 35. Now it comes down to the feet of a Lady Bomber, now to Greenwood. Coming down the other end, Dennison. Dennison had it knocked away. Dennison again, now she's running over in a foot race. Klinger's going to pick this one up. About 6:40 to go in the ball game. 1-1 our score. Greenwood scored the first goal of the game about 15 minutes into the first half off of a corner, as it was just cleared out to Bree Steinfeld at about the 30-yard line on the football field. Just tried to send it into the 18-yard box, see what would happen, see if someone would be down there to make a play. Turns out she made the play as the wind picked it up and bounced it in. And the Lady Bombers responded about 10 minutes ago with a goal that looked like it completely crossed the goal line in the official's judgment. Now Hinson sprinting down the sideline. Hinson in front as it's sent down to Hannah, who scoops it up. Now under 6 to go. And the Bomber Boys match will take place after this one. Used to be the norm where the girls play first, then the boys, but now it's determined on who plays the JV match. Girls had a JV match today, as Davis tried to get it to Blackwell. Now Kroom comes up with it. The Bomber Boys, that game will start about 7 o'clock, about 26 minutes from now. Believe it or not, Greenwood is still in the same time zone as Mountain Home. May not seem like it. Well, that's 200 miles away from here, from our lovely Mountain Home, but about 5 minutes to go in the ball game. Yusuf down to Kroom on the near side. Kroom trying to make something happen. Kroom tried to move it down to Fox. As this one is knocked away. Both teams jostling forward in midfield. Now Yusuf trying to make something happen. Now down the middle of the field. Lost her footing as it's kicked away by Greenwood. Kelsey Blackwell now. Shunted this one ahead to Fox. Now Yusuf's going to send it into the 18-yard box. Fox in pursuit. Not going to be able to get it because the wind picked this one up. So about 4 minutes to go in the ball game. 4:10 to be exact. As it's another goal kick for Greenwood. 4 minutes to go now. Mountain Home tried to come up with it. Now it takes a wacky bounce. Greenwood on the counterattack now. Bounced along the far side. Couple Lady Bombers hopping in the middle of it. Here's Davis. Davis trying to get it out of danger. Tried to bounce it down to Kroom. Now comes down to Scantling. Scantling had a shot. It was blocked by Mountain Home. As this will roll out of bounds and be a throw-in. Big-time threat coming up for the Lady Bulldogs. This one's just harmlessly thrown into Dennison. Yusuf has it now. Tried to clear it. Mistimed it. Now Allie Thomas with it. Yusuf in there again. She's been all over the place, breaking up everything so far this afternoon. Hinson now. Lady Bombers on the counterattack. Hinson skipped to the far side. Sprinting down the sideline, McLean. Two and a half minutes to go. Greenwood pushing now. Kroom tried to come up with it. Now it's skipped to the opposite side of the field. Davis will settle this one down. Now to McLean. Kendra McLean with it. Lost it. Greenwood now. 100 seconds to go in the match. Lady Bombers trying to take the lead or escape this one with at least a tie. Ball dribbled through Davis's legs, and now it's knocked out of bounds. About a minute 20 to go in the match. Thomas throws it in. Greenwood trying to take the lead. Now Mountain Home on the counterattack. Just over a minute to go now. Quinn had it. Now Hinson Took a deflection. Henson's going to come down with it. Now she'll be in a foot race. Henson down the field as Fox is still onside. Henson crosses back over. Now looks in the middle of the field, sends it on goal. It's knocked out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for Mountain Home with about 40 seconds to go. Kroom thrown into the middle of the field. Half a minute remaining now. As this is cleared out, Blackwell's going to track it down. It'll be a throw in. 20 seconds to go. Now it's to Kroom. Blackwell trying to round this one up. Davis going to take a whack at it. Deflected off a Lady Bulldog, and it'll be a throw in for Mountain Home with 10 seconds to go. Lady Bombers trying to mount one more attempt on goal. Down to 4, down to 3, down to 2. They're not going to get a shot off, and that's going to do it for the ball game. So Lady Bombers have come to Greenwood, and they have taken a 1-1 draw from the Lady Bulldogs and scored a point to try to move up in the 5A West standings. So final score is 1-1. They're about ready to get the boys warmed up and ready to go. You're watching Bomber Soccer on the Bomber Sports Network. We'll take a break as both teams start to warm up, and we'll bring you the boys contest here in about 20 minutes or so.
We have Mountain Home representatives bring a starting lineup to the press box, please. Thank you. Good evening, Bulldog fans, and welcome to Smith Robinson Stadium. Our next matchup of the evening will be the Mountain Home Bombers against your Greenwood Bulldogs. At this time, I'd like to direct your attention to the restrooms located beneath the home stands and next to the front gate. Also by the front gate is our full concession stand. Now, for tonight's starting lineups. For your Mountain Home Bombers, we have Cade Yates, William Bevel, Jack Shaner, Isaiah Kemp, James Douglas, Austin Gray, Aiden Sanders, Caleb Palmer, Blaine Tate, and Zane Durack. Their head coach is Nathan Crimer. And now, for your Greenwood Bulldogs! Number 1, Brandon Costin. Number 2, Stephen Duran. Number 5, Ben Bashir. Number 6, Peyton Preston. Number 9, Ralph Meeker. Number 11, Bodie Seinfeld. Number 12, David Coggin. Number 13, Tucker Wooten. Number 19, Alex Pittman. Number 23, Cole Myers. Number 33, Hudson Meeker. And their head coach, Tyler Wood.
Well, we welcome you back, ladies and gentlemen, here on the Bomber Sports Network, ready for game number 2 of the evening. Lady Bombers ended up tying the Greenwood Lady Bulldogs 1-1. They scored the equalizing goal with about 15 minutes left to end this one in a 1-1 draw. Getting ready to go tonight down in Greenwood. The lineup for Greenwood: Brandon Costin, the goalkeeper; center midfielder Stephen Duran; center mid Ben Pashir; for Ralph Meeker; center back Bodie Steinfeld; right mid DJ Coggin; left mid Tucker Wooten; right back Alan Pittman; number 23 Cole Myers at left back; at center back number 24 Ben May; and at forward number 30 Ivan Morales. Those are the 11 for Greenwood. And the lineup for Mountain Home: number 44, Zane Durack; number 34, Blaine Tate; number 24, Talon Palmer; number 23, Aiden Sanders; number 11, Austin Gray; number 10, James Douglas; and number 9, Isaiah Kemp; number 7, Kelso Hott; number 6, Jack Shaner; William Bevel; number 3, and the goalkeeper tonight, number 0, Cade Yates. Not a single senior in the starting lineup this evening for Mountain Home. Of course, we'll say that. There's only 2 seniors on the team. Speaking of seniors, we're going to have our senior night festivities next Friday. There are 2 more games after tonight for Mountain Home. They will go on the road to Greenbrier on Tuesday. Then they'll have their senior night festivities against Alma on Friday. Still don't know which team is playing JV, but if the boys play a JV game, they'll have the boys game first. If the girls play JV, then the girls will play first. Then after that first game, first varsity game that is, we'll have the senior night festivities to honor our 2 boys seniors and our 6 girls seniors. And then we'll play the final match of the evening. It is a good opportunity. Should be great weather that afternoon here in the Twin Lakes area. They're going through the coin toss and the final things to determine which way each team wants to go. Greenwood Bulldogs led by head coach Tyler Woods. Mountain Home led by Nathan Kreiner, assisted by Calvin Henry and Manfred Hansler. Should be a good one tonight. Mountain Home still has an outside shot of making Class 5A state tournament. They would need to win their next 3 to have a shot. So tonight's ball game, a 5A West Conference matchup. Go over the uniforms real quick. Mountain Home will be moving from left to right here in the first half. There is about a 10 to 15 mile an hour breeze moving from right to left, so they'll be going into the wind in this first half. Mountain Home in their road white jerseys with blue shorts, white socks, assorted cleats with blue trim and blue numerals. Greenwood in their striped kits this evening. They have gray and blue stripes down the front, solid blue on the back, along with blue shorts, blue socks, and assorted cleats. They'll be moving from right to left. Officials donned in bright tomato red. This evening, Greenwood will start with the ball as they're heading out of their huddle. Get this one underway. Starting a little bit early here, about 5 minutes early or so. They got their 12-minute warm-up in. They had the captain's meeting, and they're ready to go here. So Greenwood's keeper tonight, Brandon Costin, decked out in neon green, black long pants, and red cleats. Keeper for Mountain Home, Cade Yates, in his neon green with a little bit of blue on the shoulders, blue socks, and wearing the numeral 0. Actually, Mountain Home will start with the ball to get this one underway. James Douglas in the center circle. Officials checking to see if both sides are ready to compete in this one. And we're ready to roll here in Greenwood as this one's underway. Douglas sends it backwards. Now comes to this side to Zane Dirac as it's lost and picked up by Greenwood. Again, Greenwood moving from right to left. They'll have the wind at their back in this half. Wind has been gusting anywhere from 5 to 18 to 20 miles an hour in this half. Or this afternoon, excuse me. Here's Wooten. High arcing kick down inside the 18-yard box. Trying to cross it along as it's knocked out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in for Mountain Home. Actually, a goal kick. Maybe they called a handball, actually. We have our resident expert over here, Travis Denton. As Palmer tried to come up with it, Dirac now. Now it skips to this side. Hott tried to push it ahead to Palmer. Down to Wooten. Front of the uniforms for Greenwood are striped. They are a mix of gray, white, and blue. Hard to see their numbers on the front. Not exactly sure if those are exactly legal. Well, they've worn those for years as it's another goal kick for Mountain Home. 2 minutes into this match. Still 0-0 our score. Okay. Just learning new stuff every day. The numbers on the front do not matter as long as the number on the back is visible and they're easily distinguished from one another. So it'll be a throw-in for Greenwood. Myers will throw it in. Bounce down to the feet of Coggin. Duran now. Comes James Douglas, fighting for position, getting pushed around by Presson. This one's cleared down the field, bounces past the 50 to the 40. Now it's still rolling. Greenwood in pursuit. 4 Bombers surrounding it as it's hounded now out of bounds. Or no, it's going to stay in play. Bevel thought he knocked it away. Played along the corner here. Now Bevel comes up with it. William Bevel pushing along the sideline. Lost it. Now it's cleared out by Mountain Home to James Douglas. Douglas skipped to the far side. Sanders. Sanders back to Douglas. Palmer tried to get to it, couldn't, and it's going to be a throw-in for Greenwood. Now to Blaine Tate. Again, the Bombers will be running into the wind here in this first half. Both goals in the girls' contest were scored going from right to left with the wind at their back. As Dirac tried to throw it in to Palmer and it bounced out of bounds, be another throw-in for Greenwood. As this is skipped down the field, high arcing kick and a whistle and a free kick is called. It's going to be right at about the 50, closer to the 49 on the left side. Steinfeld will take the free kick, high arcing kick. Wind pushes this one as it bounces outside the 18-yard box. Dirac in pursuit. So he's knocked away. Him and Wooten fighting for position and a whistle. And a free kick is called. So Duran will take the free kick at about the 24-yard line. 34.5 minutes to go. Duran sends this one in, bounces inside the 18-yard box, now takes a high bounce, and it'll go out of bounds and be another it'll be a corner kick for Greenwood, their first of the evening. This one's sent in front of the net, knocked away, cleared out by Mountain Home. Now James Douglas comes up with it. And he's not able to corral it as it's knocked out of bounds, be a throw-in for Greenwood. This one bouncing in front of the net. Yates comes up with it. And Yates will wait for everyone to clear before he sends this down the field. Good kick by Yates. Bounces about the 40. Comes down to the head of Kelso Hott. In pursuit of it is Meeker. And Meeker not able to come up with it. It will be a throw-in for Mountain Home into Dirac. Dirac to Palmer. Now it's lost. Now Dirac comes up with it once again. Sends it to the middle of the field. Kelso Hott. And we're going to have a whistle. I believe he was offside. And it'll be a free kick from Mountain Home from the spot of the infraction. At the 20-yard line, where Mountain Home will take their free kick. Greenwood pushing ahead now. Now it's corralled by Tate. Tate over to this side to Zane Dirac. This one's knocked out of bounds. Be a throw-in for Mountain Home. Zane Dirac about even with the 10-yard line. Gets it inside the 18-yard box. Now it's cleared out of the midfield. Greenwood looking to counterattack, and it's swallowed up by Dirac already. He's got this one corralled. Now it's pushed to, I believe that was Wooten. Duran settling it down. Now Zane Dirac once again. As Duran comes up with it again. Nifty move by him. Now to this side, Meeker. Meeker sprinting down the sideline. Now he's going to try to cross it over back to the middle of the field. Meeker takes a shot, and it's going to go wide of the net and be a goal kick for Mountain Home. Quick programming note for you. We're going to be heading to Alma on Tuesday. Next broadcast of the Bomber Sports Network. A lot of big games coming up down there in Alma for our Bomber baseball and Bomber softball teams. Both teams still have a chance to make the state tournament. Bomber baseball boys have a chance to finish third in the 5A West. Few things have to bounce their way as this one has bounced now to Talon Palmer. Palmer takes a shot on goal. Diving save by the keeper, Costin. Really good save by him. So Mountain Home trying to launch another attack on goal. So Tate now down the sideline to Dirac. As this one's knocked out of bounds, it'll be a throw-in for Mountain Home. Mountain Home pushing the pace. Dirac into Tate. As this pass is knocked away. Shaner tried to step in front of it, but Greenwood comes up with it. Greenwood now pushing ahead. Great job by Bevel to break this one up. He got in the way as there was a sprinting Ben Pushier running down the middle of the field. James Douglas. Now Jack Shaner. Cleared down to the far side. Now to Aiden Sanders. Aiden Sanders to Jack Shaner once again. As this kick is going to be fielded by the keeper, Costin. High arcing kick and a bounce past the 50. As this is knocked out of bounds by Isaiah Kemp. Another throw in for Greenwood. Greenwood pushing down the near sideline. Good spin move by Meeker. Meeker trying to go through three Bombers. Not able to as Yates is going to have to come in and field this one. Great job by him. As he'll wait for his teammates to clear down the field before he sends this down. It's pretty simple next week. If Bomber softball wins both of their games, they're in the Class 5A state tournament. They would finish tied with Alma at 7-7, but they would have the tiebreaker because of the head-to-head they just played. Bomber baseball, if they get one win out of two, or if Greenwood loses one of two to Greenbrier, then Mountain Home will will finish in at least fourth and go to the 5A state tournament in baseball. Both of those held in Hot Springs. Bomber boys can even finish as high as third in the baseball world. Need a little help from Russellville, however. Back to soccer here. 28 minutes to go in the first half. Still 0-0 our score. Bombers had a great attempt about 4 minutes ago, but it was snuffed out by the keeper, Brandon Costin of Greenwood. It's going to be a free kick for Greenwood from about the 30-yard line. High arcing kick. Yates comes in and snags this one. Wind has played a big factor so far this afternoon. It has died down to a little bit to about 5 to maybe 8 miles an hour in a gust to the north or right to left on your screen. Tate rifles one ahead. James Douglas in pursuit. Got in the way, and Douglas wanting a foul called. wanting a handball, but it didn't get called. Dirac now, and it's knocked out of bounds. Mountain Home will have a throw in. High arcing kick. This will bounce to the head of James Douglas. As this one is scooped up by the keeper. Douglas had a chance at it, but the keeper lost it, then got it back. This one scooted ahead to Douglas. Douglas sprinting down the sideline. Now he's going to slow it down, change his tempo. Now to the middle of the field to Sanders as it was knocked straight in the air, and it'll be a throw-in for Mountain Home. .25:40 to go in the first half. Still no score. Bombers had a good attempt here a couple minutes ago, but it was snuffed out. Another good attempt here as Bombers still jockeying forward inside the 18-yard box. Now it's outside the 18-yard box as a shot is sent in by Shaner. Now Dirac. Dirac, a lot of contact outside the 18-yard box. He'll send a shot in as it's knocked away by two Bulldogs and scooped up by Costin. Costin kicks this one down the field, aided by the wind. Bounces about the 43. Now Dirac with it. Dirac trying to make something happen. Now it's scooped up. Now going the other way by Push here. Rolling kick dying down because of the wind as this will get cleared out and result in a corner kick for Greenwood. It'll be their second of the evening. He's ready. Now they send it just barely inside the 18-yard box. Shot attempt was blocked away, and it's going to stay with Greenwood. Be a throw-in. Mountain Home trying to clear this one out. 23.5 to go. As it came down to Meeker and it was knocked away. It'll be a throw-in for Mountain Home. Still nothing our score. This will be Cole Myers, the left back, to throw this one in. Right in front of the net. Yates tried to get in front of it, but Bevel beat him there as it'll get knocked out of bounds and be another corner kick for Greenwood. Throw in, good throw in by Myers. This one's bouncing that, now kicks straight up in the air. Bounces at the 10, now Mountain Home trying to clear it out and counter. Myers tried to clear it out, but it went off his leg. Went off of his kneecap, actually. Now it's going the other way. Dirac now throwing it in. Down to Palmer. Palmer back to Dirac. Back to Palmer. Palmer tried to shun it ahead to Shaner. Tate lugs this one ahead to Hott as Greenwood snags this one back. Now in pursuit, Ralph Meeker of it. So it'll be a throw in for Mountain Home as this went out of bounds. Last touch by Meeker. Powerful throw in now about the 30 as Hott comes up with it. Hott knocked it ahead. Mountain Home still in possession. Sanders launches this one, tried to find Palmer, but it's settled down by Greenwood. Durack now to the middle of the field. Brings it back, lost it. Greenwood now in transition. Tucker Wooten lost it, and it'll be a throw-in for Mountain Home. 21-20 to go in the first half, still no score. Beautiful Greenwood, Arkansas. The longest interconference road trip in the state of Arkansas, as this one will roll out of bounds and be a goal kick. Whole mess of substitutions for Mountain Home. 4 different players hop on the field. Looks like Joseph Piersky, Dominic Yantz, and couldn't see where the third one is. We'll figure it out here soon enough, though. 20-20 to go in the first half. I believe it was Garrett Robinson who's hopped in now. This will result in a free kick for Greenwood after the infraction. Pinched ahead to a sprinting Sanders. Sanders lost it. Douglas now. Douglas, very talented junior. Drops it down to Sanders. Sanders thought about a shot. He'll try to get it in the 18-yard box. Got it back. Now it's corralled by 2 Bulldogs. Kemp with it now. This one's about to get launched. Bevel tried to launch it, but it bounced right back to Kemp, who launches it. This one blasted down the field. 2 Bombers and a Bulldog in pursuit. Meeker will settle it down. As this one is sparred for in the 18-yard box, but it's knocked away. Throw-in was sent near the left part of the 18-yard box, but now it's kicked outside. Centering pass in front as is going to be whistled for offside. He was ahead of the second-to-last defender. Yeah, it's offside. Offsides is in football. As this one shuffled down, 17.5 to go. Sprinting out of bounds, it'll be a throw-in for Greenwood. Couple substitutions coming in. 3 for Greenwood. Still trying to figure out who hopped in here. It was Garrett Robinson. Garrett Robinson was the third substitution for Mountain Home about 4 minutes ago. A lot of contact, jostling for the ball around the 45 as it's kicked straight in the air, and there was a little too much contact as there's a whistle and a foul. Hard to hear the whistle in our glass case of emotion up here. So it'll be a free kick. William Bevel will take the free kick. 16 and a half to go here. As Tate has it now. Skipped ahead, and it'll go to Greenwood. Under 16 minutes to go now here in this first half of action. Well, contact around the 35-yard line. This one is knocked away, and official telling the coach of Greenwood he's had enough of that, as looks like we're going to have a card. We will. It's a yellow card assessed to Tyler Woods of the Greenwood Bulldogs. So if you're not familiar, a yellow card is very similar to a technical foul in basketball and a sportsmanlike conduct penalty in football. As this one is sent right to Yates. A chair violation in tennis. Yates kicks this one down, bounced at the 45. Now it's going to go back this way. Two very physical teams going at it. Skip down, try to get it to Sanders, but this will roll out of bounds. Wind still gusting about 10 to 15 miles per hour even at this late hour. The temperature has dipped. It's now about 75. Outside we got here, it was about 85 degrees here at 3 o'clock or so when we rolled up. The hottest game of the year so far. Comes Duran. Now Mountain Home comes up with it. Here's James Douglas. Douglas trying to make something happen. Douglas had a sprinting Aiden Sanders. Couldn't get it to him. Now he gets it to him. Heads it to the middle of the field. Nobody there to get it. As it's brought down by Wiggins. Isaac Wiggins fresh into the game. To Yance. Now they lost the handle of it. Greenwood on the counterattack. Now it's pushed back to Bevel. Bevel knifes it ahead, got blocked away by Greenwood. Now Greenwood on the counterattack. Dangerous opportunity here as this is broken up by Austin Gray. Gray's going to come up with it, keep it inbounds, try to weave through traffic as this will go out of bounds and be a goal kick for Mountain Home. Two substitutions ready to check in for Mountain Home. This one hit to the near side. 12:45 to go in this first half. This one cleared down the field, bounces to about the 50-yard line down to Blaine Tate. As we'll have substitutions for Mountain Home. Bomber boys still have a shot to make it to the Class 5A state tournament. They would need to win their next 3 to have a shot. It's a very reasonable shot, however. as their next 2 games after tonight, they will be on the road at Greenbrier, and then they'll have senior night against Alma next Friday. If I remember correctly, I had an email sent about order of games next week. It is going to be JV girls. They'll play at 4 o'clock, then the varsity girls game. Then after that, the senior night festivities. Honor our 2 senior boys and our 6 senior girls. And then they'll play the boys contest afterwards. All that's at 4 o'clock back at Bomber Stadium. One final shot. Come out and watch some great soccer. As this one's knifed around and bounced down to the 45. Now at midfield. This one's launched. Now into the 18-yard box. Sprinting down the sideline. Couldn't tell who that was for Greenwood, but it rolls out of bounds. Another goal kick for Mountain Home. High arcing kick. Going to come down to the head of a Bomber. As Yates is going to come in and scoop this one up. Down home trying to clear it out of bounds. They will. It'll be a throw-in for Greenwood, even with the 15, actually about the 13-yard line. This one bounced in front. Yates couldn't get a hold of it as it's bounced off the post and it's knocked in. And it's 1-0 Greenwood. Broken play there. Yates batted it up. Couldn't get a handle on it. Went off the post and it went off, believe it was William Bevel that it bounced off of inadvertently. But nonetheless, it is an own goal. And Mountain Home now is trailing 1-0. .9:46 to go in the first half. Greenwood has the lead. Mountain Home trying to answer and get the equalizer. Clear down the field. Here's James Douglas. Douglas now running ahead. James Douglas putting some moves on. Down at the 20, lost it. Now it's corralled up by Greenwood. Dirac there in pursuit along with Douglas. As this is knocked away, a throw in for Mountain Home. Zane Dirac will throw it in. Now to James Douglas. Douglas now back to Dirac. Dirac's going to launch it to the middle of the field. Went through one of the Greenwood Bulldogs. This is sent right to the keeper, Costin. High arcing kick about 60 yards in the air. As this is dumped down to Dirac. Tate gets in the middle of it, intercepts the pass. Now pushing ahead, Mountain Home on the counterattack. Blaine Tate with it, lost it. Now it's cleared down by Greenwood. As Bevel clears it down, now scooped to the far side. Aiden Sanders. Now back to Blaine Tate. And this will get sent down to the keeper, Cade Yates. 8:20 to go in the first half. Greenwood has the lead 1-0. As James Douglas now. He comes up with it. Now trying to push it ahead. Skips it to Talon Palmer. Palmer along the sideline. Now he's going to think about what he's going to do. Skips it back. Now a shot on goal is going to go wide, actually. And it'll be a goal kick for Greenwood. Greenwood on the attack now. Durant skipped it right to the foot of a bomber. Now it's down to Shaner. Shaner back to Dirac. Dirac, couple moves it back to the middle. Douglas. James Douglas trying to go through traffic through two Bulldogs. Lost it. Here's Ralph Meeker. Down the sideline. Jobin Huff not able to get there, and Cade Yates scoops this one up. 6:45 to go in the first half. Bombers now trailing 1-0. This one's settled down by Bevel. Bevel lost it. Now he got it back. Now they're fighting for position along the 5-yard line on the football field. This will bounce out of bounds and be Greenwood ball. Throw in coming up for the Bulldogs. Right down in the middle of the field to Duran. Duran thought about taking a shot but got blocked away. Here comes James Douglas now. Douglas running as it's knocked out of bounds and be throw in for Greenwood. Blaine Tate tried to scoop it to Dirac, as this is cleared down by Isaiah Kemp. High kick was called. And it'll be a free kick for Mountain Home. William Bevel will take it. Down to about 5 minutes to go in this first half. Here comes Ralph Meeker once again. Skip to Ben Pushier. High bouncer in the air as Yates will pick this one up harmlessly. Now we're at the 5-minute mark. Douglas back to Dirac. Dirac now in the middle of the field. Tate. Tate scooped to the far side, hot. Now down to Shaner. Shaner takes the contact. Now they try to clear it to Douglas. Douglas, as we should have a foul coming here, and we will. It'll be a free kick about the 20-yard line. Douglas got pushed in the back, and it'll be a free kick for Mountain Home over near the, about even with the 17-yard line. 10 yards away from the 18-yard box. Official making sure the defenders for Greenwood. Doesn't look like 10 yards to me. The defenders are supposed to be 10 yards away from it. They're about 5 as this one's sent in. Nobody there. Defenders are supposed to be positioned on a free kick at least 10 yards away from the ball. Looks like they were about 6 or 7. About 3:45 to go in this first half, as it's a goal kick for Greenwood. Now sprinting down the sidelines, this is Hudson Meeker, as this will be a throw-in for Greenwood. .3:15 to go in the first half. Greenwood has the lead. They throw it in. Now it's rolling around. It'll be a corner kick now for the Bulldogs. It's like Wooten will take the corner kick. Now in front of the net, it's cleared out by Mountain Home. Now rolling at the 20. Douglas in pursuit now. It's booted away by Myers. As it'll be a throw-in for Mountain Home. 2:22 to go in the first half. Cleared down the field to Palmer. This one shunted ahead right to the keeper, Costin. High arcing kick. Another long distance kick. This one bounced at about the 35. It's going to roll and keep on rolling to about the 10, where it goes out of bounds and be a throw in for Mountain Home. Down to about 90 seconds to go in this first half. Brought to the near side, Meeker. Mountain Home trying to clear it out multiple times. Tate now finally clears it out. Now to about midfield as it's sent back immediately by Myers, where it'll be a throw-in for Mountain Home. Durack over to Tate. Now rolling near the net as this is scooped up by the keeper of Greenwood. 30 seconds to go in the first half. Costin bouncing past the 45, going to keep on bouncing, keep on rolling as Bevel will send this one out of bounds. Down to 10 seconds to go in the first half. Duran throwing in. Now it's bounced to Wooten. Wooten trying to get one more shot on goal as it's cleared out by Bevel, and that'll do it for the first half. So after 40 minutes of soccer, Greenwood gets one on the board as we head to the halftime break. It is 1-0 Greenwood. We'll bring you the second half of action in about 10 minutes. So back underway here at Greenwood. Mountain Home has switched ends with the Bulldogs. They are now moving from right to left now. They'll have the wind at their back. Winds will die down for a little bit, then it won't. Then it'll step back up, and just kind of been on and off all night between 5 and 20 miles per hour of gust. Greenwood now going from left to right as this kick is sailing over towards the net, knocked away by Mountain Home. Well, here comes Sanders. Sanders, a couple nifty moves, lost it. Duran comes up with it. Steven Duran. Jostle back. Now Douglas steps in front of that one. Douglas lost it. Now he's going to corral it back to Tate. Now James Douglas on the move. This one's intercepted. Now Tate comes up with it once again. Kelso hot. This one bounced down in front. Now scooped up by Bevel. Tried to clear it, but whiffed on it. Greenwood pushing ahead now. Mountain Home trying to clear it. They finally do. This is cleared to about the 40. Settled down by Palmer. Dirac tried to push to Talon Palmer, but it's knocked out of bounds. Will be a throw in about midfield. 2 minutes into this second half. Mountain Home still trailing 1-0, looking for the goal to tie this sucker up. High arcing kick as this will go down to the feet of Austin Gray. Now Greenwood coming up with it, trying to make something happen. Mountain Home desperately trying to clear as Kemp steps in front of this one. Kemp pushes ahead down to the near side. Here comes James Douglas. Douglas surveying the field. Sends this one down the field right to the keeper, Brandon Caston. Scoops it up. Now he's going to send it back down the field. Low arcing kick, bounced at about the 30. Kelso hot. Now to James Douglas. Douglas rifles this one to the near side. Now back to the far sideline. Mountain Home working the ball around. Now to Aiden Sanders. Sanders kick, wind picked it up. He's going to push this one out. 36 minutes to go in the ball game. Greenwood leading 1-0. Just be a goal kick. This one's sent down right to midfield. Down to Blaine Tate. Tate pulling a couple moves. Now drop down to Palmer. A whistle, and we're going to have a foul go against Mountain Home. Looks like it was Talon Palmer. Greenwood pushing ahead. Great slide tackle, knocked away by Mountain Home. Great job to clear that one out. .35 minutes to go now. Duran. Coming to this side, Aiden Sanders. Couple nifty moves sent back to Shaner. Now to James Douglas, middle of the field. Douglas shot on goal. He scores! James Douglas has tied the ball game with 34:39 to go with a rifle to the back of the net. And Mountain Home has tied the ball game. What a shot by James Douglas just outside the 18-yard box, and this ball game's tied. Now coming back the other way, Greenwood with it. Greenwood, a lot of contact in the midfield. Two physical teams going at it this afternoon as Greenwood comes up with it once again, now to the midfield. Tried to bounce it down. Austin Gray stepped in front of it. Kelso Hott in there as well. Mountain Home trying to move it down the field once again. Now Mountain Home in some trouble. Greenwood trying to move it. Has a lot of contact. Mountain Home comes up with the ball. Hott tried to scoop it down to the other side of the field, but it was knocked away by Duran. Or excuse me, that was Myers. Sanders. James Douglas tried to get this one, but it's knocked away to Ralph Meeker. So it takes an unfortunate bounce right down to Duran. Duran right in front. Now he's going to take it to his left, back to his right, couple moves, and it goes wide of the net. Great defense by Mountain Home. Snuffed that one out. A very dangerous attempt. As this will be a goal kick for the Bombers. So Greenwood will have a free kick. .32 to go in the ball game. Free kick being taken just past the 20. Now Mountain Home being asked to give the appropriate 10 yards needed. Suppose we're doing this in the second half. The two free kicks that Mountain Home took in their own third, they did not walk off the required 10 yards. As this shot is going in, great job by Yates to go up and get that one. Ball bouncing now at the 40. Yates will scoop this one up harmlessly. Douglas now comes up with this one. Now shunted back to Hott. To Jack Shaner. Shaner back to Kelso Hott. Kelso looking. Tried to beam it to the near side to Sanders. This will go out of bounds and be a throw in for Mountain Home. Ball's thrown in, trying to find Douglas in stride. This is knocked away, now back to Sanders. Sanders knocked down by Tate as Greenwood comes up with it. One to one our score. Bombers have tied it. They scored a goal in the first 5 minutes of the second half. Off a rocket off the right foot from James Douglas. Be a goal kick for Greenbrier now. 10 minutes into this second half, Bombers tie the game 1-1. Douglas sends this one in. This will go wide of the net. This one's sent in, now knocked down by Tate. Down to Sanders, knocked away by Greenwood, trying to get it out of trouble. Now it's bounced outside the 18-yard box. As it's scooped up by the keeper, Costin. 29 minutes to go here. High arcing kick by Costin. This will bounce right about the 50. Scooped over to Palmer. Sanders in pursuit now as it go out of bounds and be a throw-in for Mountain Home. Thrown down to Douglas. Douglas was shielded from it. Now he's going to try to get it himself. Weaving through 3 different Bulldogs, and it's going to be a whistle and an infraction called against James Douglas. Be a free kick for Greenwood. Dirac, couple nifty moves, dumps it down to Tate. Tate, back to Hott. Kelso Hott, now Jack Shaner. Scoops it ahead. Running down the field, William Bevel will corral this one. Greenwood to throw in. They get it in. Now it's pushed ahead. A lot of contact. Tate trying to get this one out of the way, and a whistle and a foul against Greenwood. It would be a free kick for the Bombers. Greenwood now, as this is shuffleboarded out of the way, Douglas comes up with it. Douglas now in the middle of the field. Scoop to the far side to Palmer as tried to get it there, but it was just wide. So 26.5 to go here in the ball game. Bombers have tied the ball game 1-1. Again, Bombers not out of the race just yet to make the 5A playoffs. They would need to win their final 3, and a few other cards or a few other dominoes would need to fall. And their next game will be on the road at Greenbrier on Tuesday afternoon. And then they'll have senior night next Friday. Again, that'll be at Bomber Stadium. JV girls at 4, then varsity girls and varsity boys after that with the senior night festivities between both the varsity contests. As Yates throws this down the field. Now to Sanders. Hits Sanders in stride, showing off that quarterback arm of his. Now Sanders back from Douglas. Sanders going to try to corral this one near the end line. Still, and it's going to be out of bounds, and it'll be a goal kick. Looks like it was tapped out by Greenwood. 6:25 to go here in the ball game. Temperature starting to drop. Now we're in the mid-70s. Wind still about 10 miles an hour to the north, which will be moving from right to left. And on your television monitor or your laptop screen, whatever you're watching on, good visibility this evening. The barometric pressure at 29.68. As this one is sent way down the field. Wind created a little backspin on that one. So here come the Bombers. Now to James Douglas. Douglas tried to get it to Kevin McLean. Now Kelso Hott. Hott back to Tate. Now Hott's going to take a look. Tried to scoop it to Douglas. Now Douglas is going to come down with it. Middle of the field. James Douglas rockets this one into the net. And it's 2-1 Mountain Home. 2 goals tonight for James Douglas and the Bombers. From being down 1-0, now lead 2-1 with 23:56 to go in the ball game. What a big turnaround in this second half for Mountain Home. Momentum fully in Mountain Home's direction now, as Greenwood puts the ball in play. Now the Bombers with the lead, 2-1. 23:40 to go. Greenwood now on the attack, looking to be very aggressive now, almost a heavy sense of urgency. Yates going to come in and corral this one. Waiting for things to clear out. This one's lugged and muscled across midfield. Good kick. It's going to bounce down to the feet of a Mountain Home Bomber. Hott comes up with it. As this will roll out of bounds, be a throw-in for Greenwood. Bouncing to the far side. Now here comes James Douglas once again looking for the hat trick. Just sent it ahead. Bombers leading 2-1, 22.5 to go. This one rolling, still rolling. The keeper comes up with it for Greenwood. Brandon Costin, he's done an excellent job tonight. High arcing kick. Now Greenwood trying to push. This one snaked ahead. Now sent back Isaiah Kemp on his man like a cheap suit. Now to Duran, cleared out by Mountain Home, but only to the 25. Until that is setting up a shot, but it's snuffed out and it's cleared out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for Greenwood. Greenwood bouncing in right in front of the net, and this one can't be blocked, and Yates wasn't able to stop this one, and it's 2-2 Greenwood, who respond right back. believe it was Ben Pashir who has tied this game up 3 minutes after Mountain Home garnered the lead. This one is clicked down the field with the wind. Just putting a shot on goal, and now it's going to be a goal kick. Mountain Home trying to take the lead back. Garrett Robinson having to leap a Bulldog, as there is a Bulldog down, and the clock will be stopped with 19:50 to go. Actually, clock's still running, should be stopped, as there's an injured Bulldog down. I believe it's DJ Coggin. No, excuse me, it's Tucker Wooten, number 13. .1947 to go in this ball game. Mountain Home they've come back from down 1-0, scored 2 straight goals, and then Greenwood down on the other end tied the ball game up about 3 minutes ago. Finally get him up and moving. So 1947, it's going to be a free kick for Greenwood. Clock's going to start as soon as he kicks it. As it's scooped down the field, Mountain Home heads this one out past midfield. Greenwood pushing ahead now. Momentum swinging back with their way. And Bulldog gets in behind the Bomber defense. Not able to do anything with it. Lost his footing. Now all alone inside the 18-yard box as it rolls out of bounds. And couldn't see what they signaled. Believe it should be a corner kick. It will. This one's sent in. Now it's bounced around right to the foot of a Bulldog. Dangerously in front of the net. Yates scoops this one, punches it out of the way. Still not out of the 18-yard box as this is knocked out of bounds. This one bounced in. It's going to go over the football goal post. Couldn't tell who it went off the head of. I believe it'll be another goal. It'll be another corner kick. DJ Coggin will take it. Under 18 to go now. Coggin takes the kick. Front of the net, couldn't get down to anybody for the Bulldogs. It might roll out of bounds, and it's actually picked up by Myers. Myers rolls it back in, and it'll go out of bounds. Should be a throw-in for Greenwood. A lot of contact around the 10-yard line. As this will be a whistle and a free kick for Mountain Home. Mountain Home electing to go for it now. Now they get a sprinting Aiden Sanders down the sideline. He whiffs on it. The keeper's out of his net as it's going to roll out of bounds. And it'll be a corner kick for Mountain Home. Heady play by James Douglas to play that one as soon as he could. Catch Greenwood sleeping. So Sanders will take the corner kick. 16 and a half to go. High arcing kick. Wynn caught this one. Couldn't come down to a Bomber. A lot of contact there. Bomber coaching staff and some players asking for a foul there. One was not given. Now we're down to 16 minutes to go. This one bounces in front of the net and is in. And now it's 3-2 Greenwood. Ball took an unlucky bounce and found its way into the back of the net. So 16:09 to go. Greenwood does have the lead. 3-2. It was 1-0 Greenwood at halftime. There have been 4 goals scored since then. So now Mountain Home will be on the attack. 16:09 to go in the ball game. Now the Bombers are trailing. Douglas tried to find it down the sideline to Sanders. Bounce back, James Douglas. Douglas lost the handle. Now it's over to this side. Comes Blaine Tate. James Douglas on the attack now. Now to the far side. Sprinting down the sideline, not able to get there was, I believe that was Talon Palmer. As we have a Bulldog down in the end zone. Couple substitutions. Clock has been stopped at 15:30. Coach Nathan Kreiner asking about a call from earlier. With the official near the 15-yard line. So we're ready to resume the contest as it's a goal kick for Greenwood. Bounces down to Blaine Tate. Skip to the far side. Tate dices his way through to Shaner. Shaner to Kevin McLean. Back to Kelso Hott. William Bevel. Down to the far sideline, Isaac Wiggins, as that'll go out of bounds and be a throw-in for the Bulldogs. Mountain Home working it around. Greenwood has backed up their defense. They have 9 of their 10 field players on the other side of the 30. 10 of their 11 total. Now they're pushing ahead. They're just content with trying to keep this a 3-2 game. As Kemp lines this one out. Excuse me, that was Austin Gray. Greenwood will throw in. DJ Coggin will throw in the right mid. Mountain Home trying to find a hole to push through. See if they could tie this ball game back up. James Douglas in pursuit. Not able to make anything happen as this is sent out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for Mountain Home, however. Right near midfield. As this will go back to Greenwood. "12 minutes to go in the ball game. Bombers down 3-2. Bevel booms this one down the field right to Douglas off his head. And this one looks like it'll roll out of bounds. Good pursuit by Douglas. And it'll be a goal kick for Greenwood. $11 to go now. Still 3-2 Mountain Home. Throw in for Mountain Home. They get it right to Douglas. Douglas weaving in inside the 18-yard box, charging towards the net. Got knocked away, punched away. Mountain Home still trying to answer. On a contact, now it's down to Zane Durack. Durack centering pass toward the middle as it is fought for by the keeper. It's going to go stay in bounds. Durack's going to come up with it now, trying to get it to the middle of the field. Mountain Home with a big-time attack now with 10 minutes to go. As it's headed toward the middle of the field, comes down to the head of a Bulldog. Mountain Home pushing the other end as this will go out of bounds. What a crazy sequence that was, as we're under 10 to go now. Nine and a half to go after this goal kick. This will be a throw-in for Mountain Home. High arcing kick by Sanders. Back to Tate. Tate tried to rifle it ahead to Douglas, who was wanting a handball. Entire bench wanting a handball as well. Now Greenwood on the counterattack. They have numbers. This will be cleared out by William Bevel. Mountain Home still trying to find that equalizing goal. James Douglas back to Blaine Tate. Tate looking. Now they just send a shot on goal. Going up and getting it is Brandon Costin with the save. Now there's about 8 minutes to go. High booming kick. Running ahead, Greenwood kicks this one away. Now Mount Home gets it back. Shot on goal as it goes off the upright by Aiden Sanders. It'll go out of bounds and be a goal kick. Mountain Home becoming the aggressors here with 7.5 to go. Desperately trying to tie this ball game up. William Bevel has now moved up front. Bevel pressuring the ball handler. As this one's sent down the field and going to be cleared back to Yates. Cade Yates punts this one down the field. Going to bounce just near the 50. Down to Aiden Sanders. As this will go out of bounds and go to Mountain Home. Ball's headed out of bounds. Going to be another throw-in for Mountain Home. Greenwood just heading it out of there. Greenwood on the charge now. As this one's laced back to Mountain Home. Shaner looking, surveys the field. Now he's going to try to find Douglas on stride as he runs into the keeper, and Douglas is down. James Douglas is down, and we have a whistle and a stoppage of play. Going to have to see what they call here. Center official is going to talk to the AR about what he saw. Clock has been stopped with 6:03 to go in the ball game. as they're going to rule it everything good to go. So it's going to be a goal kick. Clock will run. Actually, the keeper kicked it away, but the official did not signal them to continue the game. Doesn't look like Coach Kreiner's too pleased with that explanation. So the hat comes off now. Well, Mountain Home mounting a charge here. So it'll be a goal kick for Greenwood. Clock will start now. Under 6 to go. Comes down to Blaine Tate. Now it's skipped to the near side, Austin Gray. Gray trying to shuffle this one on, and it'll be a throw-in for Mountain Home. Dirac lost the handle of it. Now Duran comes up with it. Blaine Tate. Tate mishandled it. Mountain Home still with possession. This one is rifled out of bounds. Throw in for Mountain Home, sprinting down the sideline. James Douglas, he's going to launch one. It goes off the football upright. As it's a goal kick. Bevel pushing ahead, about deflected that one. .4:10 to go in the ball game. Mountain Home desperately trying to tie this one up. This one is shuffleboarded down the field and knocked out by Isaac Wiggins. Sent way down the field. Douglas was in pursuit, but he won't be able to get to it. As it comes down to Costin. Costin surveying the field. Bevel applying pressure. Costin played a game of chicken with William Bevel. As this one's booted high in the air. They're going to bounce past the 45, now to the 50. Mountain Home is going to throw it in. Under 3 minutes to go now. High arcing pass. Right to the middle of the field. Shot is launched on goal. It's going to be high. And it'll be another goal kick for Greenwood. .220 to go. They finally get the ball over to him. Be a free kick for Greenwood. Minute 45 to go in the ball game. Greenwood taking their sweet time. Kick is away. High arcing kick. Wind pushes this one back. On a contact, knocked out of there. Mountain Home trying to launch one more attack. As Jack Shaner trying to make something happen. Now it's sent backwards. Now to the forward. Blaine Tate. Tate pushing ahead now. Yates will corral this one. 60 seconds to go. Good kick there. Bounces about the 50. Mountain Home trying to launch one more attack before the end of the game to try to tie this one up. .50 to go. Mountain Home pushing ahead. Now down to 40. Zane Dirac launches one ahead. Comes down to James Douglas. Douglas tried to launch a shot. Now it comes down, and it goes right over the goal under the crossbar of the football goalpost. Good opportunity by Mountain Home, squandered there. It's a goal kick for Greenwood, and they're going to take their time. Down to 13 seconds now. Mountain Home may be able to get one more shot, as this will go out of bounds. Down to 5 seconds, to 4, to 3, to 2. They're not going to be able to get a kickoff, and Mountain Home comes to Greenwood, and they lose 3-2 to the Bulldogs. We appreciate all of you watching us this evening on the Bomber Sports Network, as Coach Kreiner having a word with the official. That'll do it for tonight's ball game from Greenwood, Arkansas. Again, the final score, Greenwood Bulldogs, they scored 2 goals at the end in the second half to take the lead. Greenwood led 1-0 at halftime, and then Mountain Home scored 2 straight, and then Greenwood scored 2 straight, closed this one out. All 3 officials getting an earful from the Mountain Home coaching staff. So that's going to do it from our coverage tonight. On behalf of everyone that makes this possible, I'm Dylan Conley with the Bomber Sports Network, wishing you a good rest of your evening and a good weekend, and we'll see you in Alma on Tuesday.